Hello, today I will be talking about movie review number 679. And this movie is The Hobbit 3, The Battle of the Five Armies. This is a 2014 film that is directed by Peter Jackson, who also did The Hobbit 1 and 2 and the War of the Rings trilogy. So, this is a 2014 movie from Warner Bros. Pictures, New Line Cinema, and Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Pictures that I saw on February 26th. Yeah, February 26th, 2023 at CMX Liberty Grocery Cinemas in Liberty Township, Ohio. So, I originally saw this on December 26th, 2014 at the Regal Movie Theater in Mason, Ohio. So, this takes place right after the second film, The Desolation of Smaug, left off. Just a tad spoiler from the second film. Smaug wakes up and we see Bilbo and the dwarves try to take him down, but they were unsuccessful, and the dragon is free. And so we see in the beginning of the third film what happens, right when the second film ended. Um, but but having reclaimed Erebor and fast treasure from the dragon's mouth, Thorin Oakenshield sacrifices friendship and honor in seeking the Arkenstone, despite Smaug's fiery wrath and desperate attempts by the hobbit Bilbo to make him see reason. Meanwhile, Sauron sends legions of orcs and a sneak attack upon the lonely mountain. As the fate of Middle-earth hangs in the balance, the races of men, elves, and dwarves must decide whether to unite and prevail or all die. And so we see five armies that battle each other that will ultimately decide what the fate of everyone is going to be. And so I won't say what happens, but I will say that unlike the past couple of Hobbit films, um, the third film, they're all going to be, um, let me put it this way. Everybody that you saw in the first two films, they won't be around by the end of the by the end of the third film. I don't want to discuss spoilers, but let's just say there will be some sacrifices. Um, but this movie also is the defining chapter in the Middle Earth saga because, as you know, or if you haven't known, The Hobbit is a prequel to the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So, this movie will end, the Battle of the Five Armies will end, that ultimately will lead to the beginning of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And so, I don't really want to discuss how it ends slash begins, just because spoilers. But if you guys know how War of the Rings 1 began, then you have an idea on how Hobbit 3 might end. And so we did to especially see Bilbo's journey from going with the dwarves on this quest to reclaim Erebor, and we see his end journey once Erebor has been reclaimed, and along with the final battles that he will help the dwarves with, we will see the end of his journey to when he does come back home. I mean, Bilbo is a little bit in the Hobbit, and I mean in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. More of the focus is on Frodo in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but Bilbo does make a little bit of an appearance in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, especially the first film. So I will say that just because it is a prequel, The Hobbit is a prequel to Lord of the Rings. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. Um, Surprisingly, this wasn't as long as some of the other movies were. Of course, Lord of the Rings was 3 books. Hobbit was 1 book that was divided into 3 movies. Well, originally 2, but Peter Jackson decided to do 3. So the third film is not as long. It's still pretty long, but not. But it does not reach the 2.5 hour mark. And I really like how the film ended, despite what happened, because it definitely ends the Hobbit series, but it kind of begins the Lord of the Rings trilogy. That's why the Hobbit 3 is like the defining chapter in this Middle Earth saga, because the Hobbit is before Lord of the Rings, and I really like what happened. But yeah, go check this movie out, guys. It's pretty good. So that's my movie review of The Hobbit 3, The Battle of the Five Armies. Now, I heard there'll be more movies in the Middle Earth saga coming, but there was an animated Lord of the Rings movie coming next year, so that'll be interesting. Alright, see you guys next time.